Nope. There we go. This theme is a banger. It's not even in any of the games. It's just the title screen for the trilogy. So a couple things before we start. As always, there's always items to be discussed. Oh, fuck. No. No! I'm gonna get rid of this window. This window. So, normally pretty open with issues that I'm going through or whatever at any given time, just because I think it's important to be transparent about mental health as to help rid the stigma that's been plaguing it for years and years and years. So I've been in a really bad spot recently. I've had a lot of, say, manic states of mania. For those that don't know what that is, it's kind of a feeling of imbalance. You get really happy and really sad, or whatever. I generally don't get angry, although I can get really frustrated. And what I normally do when I experience these episodes of these bouts of mania is I focus on work, because being able to focus my mind, my thoughts on one singular goal, it's really good. It's a really good way of calming myself down. However, over the past like 2 weeks, I've just been perpetually tired. I have no idea why, but I've just been perpetually tired, and it's been getting very frustrating because I then have less time to do that work stuff that helps me focus. So I've been getting extremely frustrated due to lack of productivity. It's not that streaming's bad. In fact, it's frustrating because streaming's really good. I like being able to stream, but then it conflicting with other stuff that needs to get done means that I can't stream because it's not, it can't be considered a priority. Which then makes me even more frustrated. We go through this vicious cycle where I just frustrate myself more and more, and keep going down. So today, we're streaming today, but it's not going to be a super long stream, so I'm just letting everybody know that ahead of time. No suit. That is because it is 76 degrees in my house right now, which means it is too hot to wear that shit while streaming in front of a hot computer and all these electronics. Just not doing it. Not worth it. I do have my grape juice, which never drink this type of grape juice with a straw. The only reason I'm doing this is because I think I tore my lips were chapped. I think sometimes I'll pick at it with my teeth. I don't know if anybody else does that, but I think I tore off a little too much skin because it feels really raw, like at the bottom of my lip. And so whenever I drink any type of alcohol, it burns like a motherfucker. So that's not gonna stop me from drinking my grape juice, but it does mean that I have to use a straw until the skin kind of heals itself. Uh, 76 degrees in my house is hot, because 76 degrees in the house doesn't actually feel like 76 degrees. It feels hotter than that. That's just what the thermostat says. What I normally keep the thermostat on is 71, but our air conditioner is old and it's been having a lot of problems this summer keeping up with the heat. And so like today it was like 90. So the closest it could get, the best it could do is keep it at like 75, 76. I am in a colder climate. I prefer colder weather. as opposed to scorching hot weather, especially when it's humid. Humidity is another huge problem. We experience a lot of humidity. So like 90 for us is like 110 somewhere else. And that's not an exaggeration. I'd much rather be in Vegas with it being like 102 or 3 walking around the strip than being here in 90 degree weather. Because that 102, 103 degree weather, that's dry heat, and it feels much better, much easier to deal with. Well, I mean, I don't really know too much about Egypt's climate. Mine's still on work, except for that you guys have a lot of desert, so I've always assumed it was very hot, at least hotter than us, so that doesn't surprise me. I mean, we just got to get a new AC eventually, but those things are expensive, and when we bought this house, we knew this AC was old, but the inspector was like, well, it's old, it's gonna die soon, but you could still probably get a few good years out of it, so just don't replace it right away. Just run it into the ground. It's lasted 4 years. So I'm not even upset about that. Like, hey dude, good job. GG's on lasting that long, considering how fucking old that thing is. But soon we're gonna have to, there might be like a patch fix that we can do temporarily for like the rest of this summer, but then by next summer we might need a new one. Yeah, that's what I figured. You're a lot closer to the equator than we are. But anyways, hello everyone. Trep, Amanda, Ventus, Tara, Lugia, Idris, Diego, Brian. I know I saw the here earlier. Sarah, Zara, Fukugadz, Benjamin. How are you all doing? One other thing before we start. So, I mentioned this. I'm like, I wonder how the peel away cherry Twizzlers taste compared to red vines now. So red vines are just always superior to me. The last thing of red vines I had, not so great. Now I have had regular Twizzlers like within the past few months, so I know what those taste like. But I haven't had these in years. So I don't know. Perhaps this is the elite tier rope candy. Actually, this is the elite tier rope candy. But in terms of like the stuff people generally know. One thing that is a strong artificial cherry smell. One thing I've always liked about these things are thick as fuck. Give me substance in my fucking ropes. This tastes like medication. It tastes like Robitussin. Oh my god. Like I really like its texture and like its thickness, but the taste is not great. On top of all the other meds I have, yeah. Now, see, Mike, for me, it takes a lot for me to gain weight on my sides. I'm a very narrow person. Like, I don't get like much fat on my sides here. It all comes here and back here. Which is annoying. It's annoying for its own reasons. Like my sister, on the other hand, she fills out more evenly, which could have its own advantages and disadvantages too. Mike. I mean, I'm gonna finish it. Pay like fucking $4 for this bag. I mean, let's be honest. If dick tastes like that, then that's not too bad, considering what I assume dick tastes like. So, like, we can make the jokes. Twain's describing how he's eating a dick. But if that's what it tastes like, that's actually not so bad. Oh, that's so much better. Oh. Just a little heads up too. As part of my mania, I've had like weird themes to my general attitude over the past few days. Yesterday was Wednesday was frustration. Yesterday was more panic, I think. No. After I got that episode out, I did feel a little better. Yesterday was probably more just like anxious. Today, it's been arrogant. I don't know why, where it came from, but all of a sudden, I've been feeling extremely arrogant today, so you've all been warned in advance. What, in terms of my body? I've ruined it. I've ruined the illusion that everybody had of me. I mean, that's the hardest place to trim the weight from, right? It's the ego. Yeah, my issues recently have gotten me, my upper end in terms of weight, the most I've ever weighed is 232. Which isn't really that big, relatively speaking, because I'm 6'4", but it feels uncomfortable versus when I'm like 210 or 215. So I'm like I was getting towards 230. I think the last time I weighed myself, I was at like 227. So I'm like, I need to lose like 10 pounds at least. Twaddlers. I bet they taste better than Twizzlers. This theme is a banger. Wait. Oh, 9%. I thought you were going to say it was 90. I'm like, wow. Hey, Light. Hey, Inquisitor. And Troop. And Randomness. And Johnny. Yeah, I'm 6'3" and like 7/8 or something like that. So with shoes on, I'm closer to 6'5". Trep, have you been growing? I could have sworn you said like last year you were 5'4" or something. That's because Cadbury chocolate generally tastes better than like our average chocolate. Gazer would agree with you. There was something I wanted to check. Just been booming, huh? Well, I mean, you're only 16. I would assume you're still growing. No, Sarah, not you, Trep. I knew you were still growing, because, I mean, you're 14 last year. It was actually kind of scary how, like, my doctor called 6'4" when I was, like, 8. I was hoping I'd get up to, like, 6'10" or something like that. That didn't happen. But, like, I stopped at 6'4". I'm like, that motherfucker was right on the money. Wow. Maybe he should be the ultimate clairvoyant. Except the only thing he always guesses right is your height. Alright, so Lang's back. And I think we're in the detention center right now. I don't think I've ever had those churro eggs. No, I wanted to be, I actually wanted to be a lankier, quicker 6'10" guy who could play point forward in the NBA. So I didn't want to be like really big, because then that would have messed up my quickness. Instead, I'm just 6'4" and slow. I mean, I have like mass to me, but I'm not like. I guess I'd be, because I'm not ripped, but I am like. I could probably eat Trep.
Time to tip the scale.
Oh, by the way, we do have sub only on right now. It's 10 minutes, I think. That's just because I don't feel like dealing with bullshit today. So, just so everybody knows. Well, you were bigger than I was, Mike. You came out running hard, and then you just kind of slowed down. That makes sense. It's just based on what their consumers like, right? Normally, I don't like... Normally, you won't see me doing this unless we have a troll attack. I'm just not in the mood today to even, like, give it a chance. So, apologies to everybody that has to deal with that, but... That's just an issue that we've been running into recently that I don't feel like dealing with today. Well, if it isn't Mr. Prosecutor and the little lady. Fancy meeting you here. This man is Shilong Lang. Shilong Lang. It's Lang, right? Or is it Lang? I remember we had a discussion about this, but I can't remember where it landed. Well, I wasn't overdue, but I did not want to come out, apparently, because I was backwards, like, clawing onto my mother's uterus as they try to pull me away. Woo! It would be a problem if they served beer in fast food places in the state of Wisconsin. Everybody would be drunk all the time. All the time. They're almost already drunk all the time. Hey man, I know what that feels like. Oh, I see. Okay. No, I was just a whiny bitch. This man is Shi Long Lan, an Interpol agent. Because yeah, Chinese it would be Lang, wouldn't it? Not. Because like I'm thinking of like Wang. Isn't W-A-N-G pronounced Wang? As opposed to like we say Wang because ha 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 ha! Funny phallic joke. They're probably drunk, Louis. No, they're not. No, they're not. Yeah, Cheng Fa is Chinese or Mandarin or something. You know, I don't know specifically, but that has its basis in the Chinese language. No, yeah, just when I was born. No, believe me, if it, I would be a lot more direct about that, personally. Although it's easier to say that when you're, you know, not in that situation, right? Maybe his name was Penis? Oh, that could be. Mr. Penis. Mr. Penis, good to see you. Politics and law. Oh, interesting. That makes sense. That's neat. He's joking, Trep. It's a joke. Well, he might not know that, but I think he realizes it's not really penis. Ugh, city manager. I'm sorry to hear that. Being a part of politics in this state's a fucking joke. Sure, Light, lay it on me. About 2 weeks ago, he was in charge of investigating one of my cases. Just politicians here have to deal with so many. Oh god, that's so much better than the Twizzler. They have to deal with a lot of fucking idiots. Yeah, it is true. 7's in a pretty good spot, so is 8. Well, that's good for her. I hope everyone likes their job. Of course, my dumbass state was in the news again, trending on Twitter for another stupid fucking reason. Oh god. Way too many people in the state have decision-making authority that should not have the ability to make decisions. just gonna piss me off if I keep thinking how stupid my state is. Free lunch for kids? Nah, it's gonna make them spoiled. Meh. Yeah, let me go ask all my friends that had free lunch as a kid if they got spoiled because of that. Because, you know, people that get free lunch aren't already in a disadvantaged state. Fucking class discrimination. He almost gets there, but doesn't finish. Yeah, but that's the thing, Sarah. Not everybody has the ability to do that. There are some very disadvantaged households that count on their kids being able to eat at least one meal at school. So like great, you can do that, but not everybody can. So that's the thing. There's a federal, right now there's a federal program that opens it up to more people. And so they said they were the only school that should say, nah, we don't want to open up to everybody. You know, kids might get too used to eating. How dare they? God, what's next? Drinking water? Breathing air? God, spoiled brats. Hi, Rock Slide. SOG's fine. Everybody should have fucking school lunches. We're talking about kids. Kids shouldn't ever be hungry. Nestle. I mean, curriculum's an entirely different situation. That really doesn't have anything to do with providing all kids with free lunch, though. Especially when the federal government's like giving you money to do it. Nah, I'm gonna go to somebody else anyways. You're not affecting anything positively by being douchebags about it. Not to mention another thing about health. We were talking about low-income families, is that eating healthy is significantly more expensive than eating processed. Yeah, this is the fan translation. This is like the last beta, I think. Hey, light. Just like I'm addicted to these sweet tart ropes. Fran translation's good so far. I've been enjoying it. I wouldn't have thought he'd returned to his native country of Chengfa by now. Agent Long, what brings you here? Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with that. Yeah, for sure. I read something, it was an interview about why they hadn't localized it, but I can't remember what the reason is. One of you probably know a lot better than I. Yeah, exactly. The school's open. What else do you want? Yeah, that makes sense. Is it just me, or is the music really... Seems like it's off.
Just some boring work. Nothing you need to know about.
Let's try reloading. It wasn't visually lagging, but it seemed like the audio was lagging. Hey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got through, what, 7 lines of dialogue in 40 minutes? Excellent pace. Excellent pace. Ooh, making a milkshake. That sounds amazing. Yeah, it's possible. I haven't seen Dark Jake in a while, but I remember those. Maybe like 2 years ago? Year and a half ago? Haha, on top of a black dog, we meet a black wolf. Huh? You came along today, Agent Long? Usually he'd have a huge police force with him.
Mr. Prosecutor, seems you've been busy these past few days.
These past few days? Is he referring to the incident with the Zhengfa president? I don't know, Edgeworth. Probably not. I think he might just be taking a stab in the dark. I would have thought you'd be involved in his security too. My school had bans on Pokemon cards in 8th grade because they were causing violence. And unfortunately not in a card game battle sort of way, which would have been acceptable. Yeah, it is a very Wolverine-ish, like that hair burns. Just need some claws.
Ha! Our president doesn't even trust his own country's police force. Look at the results of hiring a private security company. It's laughable.
Agent Long doesn't trust prosecutors or the courts. That's why. He brings along a large force of capable policemen to thoroughly investigate the crime scene. Yes, if you and your subordinates have been there... yes, if you and your subordinates had been there, the results may have been different.
My subordinates, huh? They're no longer with me.
They're not with you. I mean, I can tell you're alone, but...
Funny, looks like I'm a real lone wolf now.
Oh, you mean like they're not with you in any capacity anymore?
Agent Long, well, just what happened exactly? Didn't I tell you? It's nothing you need to know about. Well, be seeing you, Mr. Prosecutor.
The band Pogs. That's not so. Yeah, I could see that happening if Pogs were more popular when I was a little older. Mr. Long. I just almost gave her Pearl's voice. Mr. Long, I wonder what happened. Yes, it troubles me too, but there's nothing we can do about it for now. Well, actually, there is something we can do about it. I just don't have the time to do that. Okay, let us continue with our own investigation. Got it. First, let's ask those guards a few questions. Oh God, it's still happening. You hear that music? I wonder what's, hold on. Let's look at the old task manager. I'm at 100% CPU. Yeah, that would be causing the lag. Well, that's weird. Why is that causing so many problems? Oh, whatever. Okay. I think I might have to re-chat through Chatbot for tonight. Because for some reason Firefox is being weird. This guy still uses Firefox, lol. Shut up and use Chrome like a real man. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Hey, we'll pay. I know you'd be a fan of Firefox. But Firefox? I don't know, is it? I just feel like people shame me for using Firefox instead of Chrome. If I were using Edge, I'd completely understand. But I feel like Firefox is more than acceptable. Foxfire? She just likes to be different. Okay. There we go. Alright, it's much better. You there, have you seen a black dog around here? Of course not. If I had actually seen it, I wouldn't be standing around here so carefree. Did something happen with that doggy? Okay, let's not press the matter any further. So Dojan's dog didn't come by the detention center. That just means that cop didn't see him. Makes it unlikely that he came around. This is a difficult case. What's wrong? Is something troubling you? Sir, one of my uniforms has gone missing, but I'm certain that I placed it in this locker. Maybe the uniform grew legs and walked off somewhere? What kind of logic is that? In any case, I wish you the best in your search. I'll be rooting for you. Yes, thank you for your support. I was gonna say, that's definitely a clue. They're not just gonna bring that up randomly.
Oh, there you are.
Mr. Shields, where'd you go?
Where indeed, I've been searching for you guys this whole time. Walking around the prison is hard work, you know.
That's strange, seeing as you came from the opposite direction.
Damn, Kay, why you have to dunk on me like that? I've got some new information. You want to hear it? Do you?
He sure changed the subject quickly.
I heard a little something from the guards. It seems Knightley caused a bit of an incident 2 days ago.
An incident?
You know how Simon said...
10-year-old me. Simon did say! Yay! I mean, I agree. I just think that, you know, with Google, there's the power, the name power, but Google Chrome. It must be better. Do they? I never played episode 2. I use Yahoo as my search. I still go to Alta Vista for all my searches. Or sometimes I'll just ask Jeeves. I honestly don't. There isn't much of a difference in aesthetics between Firefox and Chrome to me. I just know where everything is in Firefox. It's intuitive for me. Then there's Edge, where everything seems thoroughly unintuitive. I just can't fucking find anything. It's annoying. AOL and dial-up. There you go. Man, if you didn't hear that noise and you were trying to log on, you'd get so pissed off because you knew you were having trouble logging on.
You know, Simon said he came to visit Knightley, right? After the visit, when Knightley returned to his cell... Did I give you... Naturally, a guard escorted Knightley back to his cell. While the guard was unlocking his handcuffs, all of a sudden, Knightley struck the guard and knocked him out.
That's bold.
It seems he was going to attempt a jailbreak.
That seems like the worst possible way to attempt a jailbreak.
By the time the other guards arrived, the key to his cell had disappeared.
But there's no reports of Knightley's jailbreak attempts 2 days ago.
Exactly. It's strange, isn't it? Right up until his death, he was still in his cell. What's more, Knightley claimed he never stole the key in the first place. In fact, they searched his cell, and the key was nowhere to be found.
Did the guard who was struck have anything to say?
No one knows. He was taken to the hospital while he was still unconscious. He's still there now, it seems.
So in the end, we still don't know what happened. God, who is it now? That voice. Oh. Fuck, what voice did I give him? Was it like whiny or something? I can't remember what voice I gave him. It was like a... Was it like a deeper K? A whiny Larry? It's the best voice, obviously. Yeah, he has that protagonist antenna that he does not deserve. I would like to cut it off his head. He doesn't deserve it. Snubby Ron Delight. What are you doing here? Wait.
What are you still doing hanging around here? Well, you see, this is my assistant. Are you here to object or... Wait. I think there's supposed to be a 2 there. Are you here to object to our investigation and make me into a laughingstock? His antenna went up into an exclamation point. Quick, cut it! While it's at its apex. Sebastian, I believe obstruct is the word you're looking for. Oh, I see. He just used the completely wrong word. Okay. In a way, I think his expression was apt. Pleasure meeting you again, Judge Courtney. I know. You are Simon Key's defense attorney, are you not? Well then, let's skip the formalities and celebrate our happy reunion with a hug. Oh, or maybe not. Incidentally, I heard you mention an assistant a moment ago. Yeah, we're assistants at the Edgeworth Law Office. And also still employed by the prosecution's office. Well, not me anyways, but he is. Prosecutors are civil servants. To open a side business is to betray the goddess of law. You know, she's supposed to be an antagonist at all. She's 100% correct. 100%. Yo, what's up, Maxim? What are my thoughts on Courtney? I like her design a lot. She seems to be a much more competent judge than the other judge. The whole goddess of law thing is weird, but she's got to have a quirk, right? It's fine quirk, I guess. But yeah, love her design. And she's 100% right here. There's no way. There's no way Edgeworth would be able to do this. Yeah, that's why I wasn't super hyped about it, because it is a pretty low bar to clear. Because it's more of an obsession, right? She holds the word of law so high that it is her, it's essentially her religion. As long as profit is not our objective, there shouldn't be a problem, right? No, that's not how that works. This isn't fucking fair use on YouTube. I just want to make it very clear. Maybe in Japan this is the case. This could be. I don't know what the laws of conflict of interest are like in Japan. This would not matter at all in the United States, because the biggest issue with conflict of interest isn't whether or not you're making money. It's the potential advantage or information that could be shared against your other current or former client. And so that's why there are strict rules against that. But now I'm more interested in seeing if that's the thing. And because the reason that doesn't make sense to me is because it doesn't really battle the problem, the actual problem with situations like this. Because now Edgeworth can just say, oh, we're not making money, shrug. It doesn't take care of the issue. Like, that would be like one of the shallowest things that you could use to get around it. Well, like, as long as you're not getting paid for it, it's fine. That's really shallow. That's a really shallow bar. Yeah, that's it. Miles here's a volunteer worker. The purpose of my office isn't to make money. We're pro bono. What a wonderful heart you have, defending others without demanding payment. I do have an amazing charitable heart. More importantly, I'd like you to explain your reasons for arresting Simon Keyes. There's no need to. Oh, God.
Is that a challenge against me?
No, I was speaking with Judge Courtney.
I guess it can't be helped. If you want to take on the best, you will fall like the rest.
I haven't said anything yet, but this is convenient. Then I will hear you out. What were your reasons for arresting Mr. Keyes?
I see no need to inform you, Sebastian. Let us... Just watch, Justine. Whoa, on a first-name basis with the judge, huh? No, he's a prosecutor. It's just a thing. I mean, I don't really know. I've only been through one case in total, so I can't really say too much. The way everything went down in the first case was pretty good. This case is, we'll see. We'll see. That one dude seems like he could be a super interesting villain. As well as the warden. But I don't really know. I also have to see how the logic follows in this case, which I don't know yet, because I don't know how it was done. Watch as I run around in circles against this useless prosecutor!
I think you mean run circles around me.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Prepare yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. Did I read it the correct way, even though he said it the wrong way? His music is awful, by the way. No, like, not that it's bad, but it fits his fucking loser persona. Oh yeah, he definitely has a punchable face. I think I recently cleaned out a baby bottle with something that looks like him. Oh. That was a hot one. That was a hot one. Are there lawyers who take on all their cases pro bono? So those that do, I know there are, like, there's I think it's called the Legal Aid Society in Wisconsin that is something like that. I'm pretty sure the clients still have to pay, but the rates are greatly reduced. So then the attorneys get paid, and then they get their business also gets subsidized from the government for essentially being a charitable not a charity itself, but a charitable organization. In order for a lawyer to work completely pro bono, they either have to be independently wealthy from some other thing, and they're just doing it for fun, or they have the government is giving them, like, grants and shit like that, like, all the time. Because they still have to make money. Otherwise, why do it? How are you gonna survive? It does remind me of circus music. Mike. So you want to know my reasons for arresting that man?
The answer is simple. Yes, we found traces of that guy over there. How's that? Perfectly simple, perfectly decisive, right?
That reminds me so much of Francisca. I mean, he's doing it like he's a conductor or whatever, right? But it's like eerily similar to perfectly decisive curtsy. Or I guess yeah. Or do you have to have a dress for it to be a curtsy? Because it's a bow, it's just a very different bow.
Of course, I was the first to notice it because I'm the best.
How am I supposed to go about pressing that?
How's that? Got nothing to say? Speechless in my presence.
This guy sure talks a lot. The fact that you're calling him a guy is respectable, Edgeworth. I would refer to him as a child or kid. So you're the one who arrested Mr. Keyes, I take it? Mr. DeBest, do you have the right to do such a thing?
Well, obviously, it was the police who carried out the arrest. But since it was under my direction, shouldn't it also count as my arrest?
As I expected, it'd be difficult to deal with both of them at the same time. However, her silence is troubling me. Just what is she thinking? Yes.
Hold it.
Because you like watching me suffer, Mike. New Age Phoenix can. Old Phoenix? No. You do not need a skirt to curtsy. Okay, so yeah, that's what she did, right? That would still be considered a curtsy. That guy over there? That's certainly vague.
Well, don't they say the best hears one thing and understands 10?
You're just being lazy. Explain it more clearly.
Sebastian, if it's all right with you, would you please explain it to them in more detail? I'm sure that everyone wants to hear what you have to say. All right, if you insist, Justine. We discovered that. Perhaps you didn't know, but the victim carried a chessboard with him. From it, we found that Simon Keyes' fingerprints. Well done, Sebastian. I bless you on behalf of the goddess of law. Please amend your testimony. You all right with that, Prosecutor Edgeworth?
Yes. She's Angie, but her god is Law instead of Atua. Change my mind. Change my mind. She's just as loony as Angie is. Was. Surely it wasn't you who discovered the fingerprints. I triggered Trep. I don't know. She seems to have her own individual cult going on. Like the way she describes it, law is her religion. Yeah, the only time, for those that don't know, who hasn't heard me rant about the change my mind thing and why that was a whole load of bullshit to begin with. If I ever say change my mind, I am 100% trolling. Because anybody that says makes a statement and says change my mind in all seriousness needs to be backslapped with the ring hand for being so fucking stupid. You're making the statement, the burden of proof is on you to change my mind then, not the other way around. This theme is fitting, but also fitting. I don't need a whip. I just need the back of the ring hand. Hey, I'm just a prosecutor, aren't I? I leave that stuff to the forensics team. These fingerprints could be a problem, but wasn't the chessboard originally? Maybe I should take another look at the evidence. Victim carried a chessboard. But he brought it to him. That was the point. I just present the chessboard then? Yeah. Fingerprints found on the chessboard. Is that the ace up your sleeve? Ace in my sleeve. What is he doing? Are you taking a picture of him or what? Ace in my sleeve? Oh, ace up my sleeve. Yes, the methods I use are always the best. This ace is my trump card. Well, then allow me to show you that it is not, in fact, a trump card at all. Simon Keyes was the one who sent this chessboard to the victim in the first place. So it's only natural some of its prints would be left on it. Ah! He looked like a 5-year-old there. And somebody took away his toy. That took way too long. These fingerprints are hardly decisive evidence. Perhaps your arrest was a little too rash? Rash! To begin with, this incident occurred in the detention center and the prison. To suspect Simon just because he isn't a prisoner or a guard is a little unreasonable. Ah! What's with him all of a sudden? I finally get what you're trying to say. Rash. You mean we were too quick to arrest the guy, right? He was stuck on that? Sure, I was the first to lay eyes on him. And I was the first to notice the evidence. That was even faster. But I am not rash. Sure, Simon Keyes isn't a guard or a prisoner, but... Sebastian. Judge Courtney. What are you doing, Justine? Don't butt in like that. Bruh, don't you dare talk to a judge like that. Lest she take that gavel, turn it sideways, and stick it straight up your candy ass. He's 17. No, the reason it was there was something weird with Firefox that was like causing a huge spike in computer usage. And I'm not sure where that came from, but it's fine now. Oh, has it been doing it? And I haven't noticed it. Oh, when I open the court record? Here, let me see. Oh, I should get rid of this. There we go. I love this theme, by the way. It's not like the most pleasing thing to the ear, but it just it's like this weird mix of both menacing but also like it's supposed to play into her benevolence, so-called benevolence at least. Okay, now we shouldn't have any problems. I just cut like another 10% off. Even if Justine wasn't the judges that I worked under and have known for years, I would still call them Judge Blank in public. We'd go to lunch. Meet out at a bar during like social gatherings, like between like bar association members and stuff like that. Everybody still refers to them as Judge Blank. If they're an attorney. Non-attorneys might. But if you're an attorney, you fucking refer to that person as Judge Blank. Even if she told me to call her Justine, I would still call her Judge Courtney.
Pardon me, Sebastian. Yes, your words on the suspect are very interesting. However, shouldn't you get to the best part first? The best part? Why don't you tell them about your wonderful reasoning regarding the murder weapon? Good one, Justine. Nice suggestion. Mr. Edgeworth, listen to my first-rate reasoning.
Well, this reasoning explained why you arrested Mr. Keys. I don't think the objection was necessary there.
I'm sure it will meet your expectations.
Judge Courtney just changed the flow of the conversation. Just what is she planning?
Also, would a judge be involved in an investigation like this?
I feel like you should all know the answer to this, but just in case people are still curious, no. That would... Oh, God. Especially in this system, I think it would absolutely ruin their objectivity. When they're working with a prosecutor. Yeah, they give warrants. They don't walk around and accompany the officers that arrest anybody. A warrant is just similar to a ruling that there's cause to go and arrest somebody. They're not doing anything different than they normally would. I wouldn't refer to them as your... I always refer to them as Your Honor in court. Outside of court, though, I say Judge, blank. But that's just my personal preference. Because Your Honor is a little more formal. I'd be kind of sick if they actually had a gavel like that. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Brian. I just feel like that's respectful. It's obvious the murder weapon was a sharp metal object. However, the prison maintains strict control over potentially lethal items. So, that's why I've reasoned that the murder weapon was brought in from the outside. Yes, it was hidden inside the chessboard. And since only the victim and the suspect's fingerprints were found on the chessboard, isn't it obvious who brought and used the murder weapon? At least it's clearer than his last testimony. It's the best reasoning you can get from Prosecutor the Best. How do you like that? No, he's mixing up the best with his own name. But could someone really hide a weapon inside a gift sent to a prisoner? You'll find a good place if you examine the inside of the chessboard. Inside the chessboard? Is there some place to hide a weapon? Yeah, we fucking did this already. As I thought, there are only chess pieces inside. Wow, what an annoying laugh! Inside the chessboard, huh? Perhaps I should examine it a bit further. This is... The top panel is removable. It's quite deep. Yes, there's more than enough room to hide a small knife. Okay. Somebody illuminate for me. If there were metal detectors, as almost, so I'll say all detention centers, jails, prisons, whatever you want to call it in the US have, what would they have to do to conceal a small knife from the detection? Specifically a duck. Hey, JB. Mike. He specifically said metal, though. You would still have to line it with lead. Even if you stuck the knife up your ass, it would still, like, metal detectors can still tell if you have, like, iron rods and stuff in your body. They can tell if you have a knife up your ass. I'm not sure rubber would be good enough to insulate it. Maybe I'm wrong, but that doesn't seem good enough. That seems like a pretty easy way around that then. But that, yeah, Brian, that's what I thought, which is why even if it's explained, I'm not convinced the explanation's going to be any good, but we'll see. Well, beyond, like, he managed to avoid the metal detector completely somehow. But if he went through the metal detector with it on his person somewhere, then we'll see. We'll see what they say. Mike, oh my God. Oh, hope that doesn't cause problems. Yeah, that's what I would. That's what I would have thought, Brian. Understand now. This is how the culprit smuggled in the. Okay, I actually agree with the best here. Don't be like objection and just. That's not an objection. You're just being an asshole. Not that he doesn't deserve it, but still. What's with the I wasn't even finished. Oh, he's crying. What's with the I wasn't even finished. Mr. DeBest, there is something you have forgotten. There's a gate at the entrance of the detention center. Eh? Well, there is, but... He means the security gates with the metal detectors, Sebastian. We had to pass through the same check when we entered the prison, remember? Ah, yeah! That's it, I remember now. Looks like he completely forgot. It would be impossible to smuggle a sharp metal object into the detention center. Therefore, your reasoning never held even from the very beginning. That gate is only used on people. In other words, packages sent to the detention center will overgo... That is not fucking true! This is not true. Just for those who are curious. Which a judge should not be doing, Sarah. In other words, packages... Yeah, no, that's complete bullshit. So they don't use a metal detector for that? That actually sounds like horseshit. And like a terrible practice. This never should have happened. It seems the guards were too careless. We'll just hand wave it away where, oh, they were just bad at their jobs. No, it wasn't true in 2010. Packages, they open people's fucking mail. Not that they should be doing that, but they do. Like just letters to see what's in there. You're telling me they're not gonna open a box that a prisoner receives? Yes, this is a really stupid fucking prison. Well, I mean, she said it herself. The guards just must not have done their job. Now, if you're talking about like 1970, then maybe, because I don't know. Shit could have been a lot less regulated then. I don't know. Right, Justine. Thank you for the assist. Judge, thank you for assisting in my investigation and argument, Judge. Oh, God. I like these characters. I just have a problem with the dynamic. You're welcome. Because she's not working as a prosecutor, right? Like, I know that they've said that the way the system's set up here is different in terms of like prosecutors bring a charge and they're expected to win. No losses are expected. If it does, it's very rare. And the other judge has, as much as I hate that judge and think he's a fucking flake, I don't feel like that guy's ever tried to play the role of the police. He's always played the role of the judge. Or the prosecutor. He's always played the role of the judge. She is not doing that. Being on a prosecution committee does not mean you work for the prosecutor's office. That could just be an oversight board. Like, if it were in the United States, you would just be on the Bar Association's oversight board. That doesn't mean you work for the prosecution. Like, you police other attorneys for their conduct, but not their cases. No, because she's still... Like, apparently in this universe, she's doing her job well. At least I'm assuming so. Otherwise, Edgeworth would have pointed it out as a problem, right? Probably. So it seems like she's very competent at her job. It's just that the way the universe sets it up is ridiculous. Mike.
Now then, Prosecutor Edgeworth, your cross-examination, if you please.
Cross-examination? It's as if we were in a courtroom. Very well, his reasoning. Let's see how long it will hold up under pressure. I heard it slow down too. Seems like whenever it transitions, it does that briefly. Okay, so I see a couple problems with this. One, the murder weapon could be the dog, in theory, still. We haven't really established what the murder weapon is. Second, they couldn't find a murder weapon at all, even though they went through they caught him and went through the entire facility. That's problematic to his... Can you be more specific about where it came from? Of course I can. It didn't come from inside the prison. Is he trying to sound smart? Simon Keyes brought it in. That's what he meant. Mr. Edgeworth, can't you even figure that much out? I'm disappointed in you. And you've disappointed me from the start. So Simon brought the murder weapon. But how, you ask? No weapon was found at the crime scene, not even inside the chessboard. So where did the murder weapon disappear to? I'd like to hear your answer to that. Well, after the crime, the culprit must have hidden it somewhere in the prison. Is there a problem with the statement the best just made? There is a problem. The murder weapon is hidden inside the prison? I don't think so. It's clear from this piece of evidence.
Take that!
Have you completely forgotten your own actions? You, along with Warden Roland, conducted a search of the prison. But you did not find the murder weapon, right? I don't think him slapping himself's ever going to get old. They could do that like 12 more times throughout the course of the game, and each time it'll be satisfying. We must have overlooked something! This guy just completely contradicted himself! You carrying out such a sloppy investigation? I'm amazed that you call yourself the best. Are you mocking me? Sebastian. Please calm yourself. Don't get caught up in the opponent's pace. coaching from the judge in the middle of the investigation. Whatever. I'm fine, Justine. Did you really think the best prosecutor would be shaken by someone miles behind him? I wish he'd stop messing around with other people's names. Oh, in that case, Kay Faraday is far, far ahead. Kay, don't you get caught up in this too. Yes, if my best investigation didn't find anything, then there must not have been a single weapon in the prison. In that case, there's only one possibility. The criminal must have taken the murder weapon with him when he left the prison. So it's only natural we didn't find it in there. Yeah. There was no way the culprit could have brought the weapon out of the prison. And this piece of evidence shows why. The fucking metal detector, goddammit! Have you completely forgotten your own testimony from 2 minutes ago? That's twice you've insulted me! Oh, it seems you remember what I said earlier. But you do well to remember further than that. What is that? This guy, he really doesn't remember anything. It seems that way. The detention center and the prison are equipped with security gates. Anyone leaving must pass through these gates. Gates equipped with metal detectors. Ah! That's what you... Looks like he remembers now. Yes, there's no way someone could have brought the murder weapon through those gates. And so the criminal could not have taken it out of the prison either. Ah! So then, Prosecutor Edgeworth, do you know where this murder weapon went to? Perhaps the weapon is still inside the prison? Well, we couldn't find it anywhere in the prison! The reason you didn't find it is because you believed it to be a sharp metal object. We saw the very moment when Mr. Knightley was attacked, after all. If you can say that much, then perhaps you can enlighten us. What would you say is the murder weapon in this case? From this piece of evidence, the murder weapon of this case becomes obvious. Wait. Here is footage from a security camera. It shows one of the cells in the detention center. See it with your own eyes. Yes, Mike. This series throws Discovery to the wind. It's not a thing. And God, is it infuriating every time the issue comes up. Updated autopsy report. Fuck you! Oh, that is strange. Yeah, because I said it was happening during transitions, right? So I would have thought it would have happened there too. But they hadn't had issues like that before. I don't know. Maybe I just need to reboot my computer. Obviously, I can't do that right now, or I'd have to stop the stream. What this is? It can't be! This tape clearly shows the moment the victim was attacked by a black dog. I believe this is sufficient proof, wouldn't you say? Indeed, this is vital evidence. Horace Knightley was killed in the detention center by that dog. After that, the body was moved to the prison workroom. Our witness claims to have seen a dog in the workroom when the body was found. Of course, a dog couldn't have planned this crime on its own. However, there is someone who could have. That's enough. Prosecutor Edgeworth. Judge Courtney. It's true this camera footage is vital evidence. However, there is something else you must prove. Actually, you've already noticed it, haven't you? It's just as she says, there is still a huge flaw in my reasoning. How did they move the body?
If that black dog is a prisoner's pet, how was it able to move between the detention center and prison? Ah! Only do, Mr. Edgeworth! I still don't know how the dog managed to move from one place to the other. I knew it! What? You're one to talk! You don't know either! If you do not solve this mystery, I'm afraid I cannot accept your logic. Okay, so this is a problem with their logic. If Edgeworth can't prove his case like rock solid, then they just fall back on their prior action and assumption, even though that assumption has bigger holes in it than Edgeworth does. So even if he can't prove it foolproof, it's probably still better than their original position on who they arrested and how it happened. But the game, I understand why the game does that. The game does it because you have to win, right? You have to figure everything out so you can win, because that's part of playing the game, and that makes sense. But if you think about it briefly, from a logic standpoint, that's ridiculous. Edgeworth could not prove this, and his argument could still be better than their prior argument. If this was a real courtroom, I would call for a recess now. What? Wait! I'm not finished yet! Court has been adjourned to leave at once. This isn't a courtroom? Well then, as I said, court is adjourned. Yeah, okay. I can't prove my argument, but isn't it the same case with Mr. Keyes? Whatever do you mean? Just as I don't know how the dog entered the detention center, you also don't know how Simon Keyes entered the detention center in prison. Although he came to thank you. This is why Edgeworth's the fucking best, because he points out how that's fucking stupid. Bravo. Bravo, Edgeworth. You are still the fucking man. Because all gavels should be the Pico Pico hammer. Edgeworth is fucking goated. Although he came to visit the victim, he was an outsider to the prison. Don't you think it would be difficult for him to commit a crime inside the prison? Judge Courtney, now the burden of proof lies with you. Show us evidence that Simon Keyes entered the prison. Haha. You want me to present evidence? I'm happy to oblige. Why is this her position? What? Does she really have evidence? It's about time I told you. Now that I know the basis of your reasoning, Prosecutor Edgeworth. What is she thinking? It seems you don't even know Simon Keyes' real occupation. He is a circus performer. A circus performer?
I did not have enough booze prepared to discuss this topic on this stream. Oh, God. I also brought in my support system to help me get through this very trying time. Right? We're talking about that stupid fucking circus again. I know, I can't believe it either. Why would they keep referencing the biggest travesty in the entire series? That's okay. You'll help me get through this, as you always have. No, they referenced it, they've referenced it in a few other cases. Fucking, they referenced it again in the same game. They were so sure that people would like the Very Big Circus that they made it a part of 2-4. Like, haha, you remember how good 2-3 is? Let's bring back that reference in 2-4. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I almost vomited when I was editing that, and I'm like, really? I don't even remember that happening. I must have blocked that out from memory entirely. This music is appropriate. That's not a fun fact. That's a disappointing fact. I guess they just like fucking awful, uninteresting characters. Interesting's subjective though, right? To them, they're more interesting characters. I don't understand why. Our circus is like not a thing there. It could be that exoticism behind it then that makes it more interesting to them. But those that actually know anything about circuses are like, this is fucking lame. Sorry, I forgot my straw. No, we're not going anywhere. Stuck in your digestive system. I don't think you want your digestive tract to be blocked. I know right now you don't care, but believe me, you will when it happens. Sure, I can understand why it would be enjoyable to watch someone else play, because pain can be fun to watch, right? I get it. Oh my god, Mike. Oh. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's just terrible. I went into editing it hoping I was wrong about it. I was like, maybe I was too hard on it. Let's give it a second chance. Turns out I wasn't wrong. Have you ever heard of the Very Big Circus? No! What the fuck are you guys talking about? Anyways, we had a bunch of likes, didn't we? Let's see, 10, 15, 20, 25. There you go. Because the case is finally over. It is quite cathartic. Yeah, whoa. Circus! Ah! Don't show okay. Oh, that's right. They did mention that. I had already blocked that from my mind, too. Oh, the animal show? Oh, no, so they didn't mention it, but the Very Big Circus is part of what helped run the show? That makes sense. It seems you've realized. On the day of the incident, an animal show was being performed at the prison, and the show was put on by the Very Big Circus. Well, I was kind of curious as to how that animal show went. Now I am not curious at all, because I know it was trash. It's for 30. So then, you mean Simon is... Simon Keyes entered the prison as a staff member of the animal show. That we know for a fact. Ugh! This woman. She's been concealing this fact the whole time. She didn't plan to reveal it after hearing my reasoning. I'm gonna think of it. Mr. DeBest was going to say it then, but she stopped him. How do you like that, worthless prosecutor? You didn't do anything. Well then, now it really is time for a recess. I'll end with some advice. I'd already doubted your abilities as a prosecutor, which is why I relieved you of your authority. You'd best not forget that. What are you trying to say? The PIC can still take away your badge. If you value your badge, I'd advise you not to show your face before me again. Is that a threat? The goddess of law is merciful, but that doesn't mean you can get away with everything. And one more thing, I must digress. I suggest you stop with this defense attorney act. That's none of your concern. Actually, out of everything that she's talked about, this would be a concern. I don't intend to abandon a case I am involved in so easily. For defense attorneys, a relationship of mutual trust with their clients is vital. It is very different from the way of the prosecutor. In any case, didn't even know about your client's occupation. Ugh. Well then, I must be going. May the blessings of the goddess of law be upon you. God, she's a bitch. That's good though. It's good. She's good. That's good as an antagonist. An antagonist that is self-righteous instead of just being evil or whatever. Did Simon lie to us? It seems he lied to Uncle Ray too. This complicates matters. Why did he do that? Hey, Miles. Don't tell me you've got the cold feet all of a sudden. Courtney Pie is quite a handful, but giving up is still uncool. A defense attorney's creed is never give up. Remember, you're my assistant. Man, he would not like to be a defense attorney in the United States where most of his cases are just getting pled. Never give up! Unless you get a good plea deal. Then you should give up. Yo, what's up, Chris? She's an Edgeworth, but not in the first game. I feel like Edgeworth in the first game, it was all selfish reasons. It wasn't self-righteous. It was all because of himself. Because then he has that whole, like, God, just can't think today. He had the whole inner conflict in his mind about why is he a prosecutor, right? She's doing what she's doing because she legitimately thinks that's what the law requires. As opposed to Edgeworth just doing it for Edgeworth. That's the Von Karma way, right? You do it for yourself. You're not really doing it for justice or anything. No, I wasn't. It's the part before Epiphany when you have an inner conflict. I don't know what word or phrase I was thinking about, but I mean that explains it the same way. Crisis, he had a mental crisis. Philosophical crisis about why he was doing what he was doing. And then he comes back in 2-4 and is like, this is why I'm doing it, to find the truth. That made him a different type of antagonist then. Yeah, I would agree with that, Free Kill. Her approach is different. She legitimately thinks she is performing the will of the law, not her own will. Which is why she's kind of like Angie. I'm just doing what Atula told me to do. It's not my fault. But yeah, that's the same vibe I get, personally. Of course, I don't plan on giving up either. It's just my theory that he couldn't enter the prison no longer holds. Looks like we'll have to investigate once more. Oh, fuck. What was his voice? Ah, shit. Hold on. I kind of had an idea of what the best voice was, but I have no earthly idea what his voice was. Was it the last video?
Okay, this is big. Raid Shadow gave me a champion, and everyone.
Ninja promoting Raid Shadow Legends. No, I think it was... No, I think it was the video before this. Yeah, video before this. Raid Shadow Legends. Where are you? There you are.
Because you're the suspect. No, wait. Aren't detectives like crazy abusive or something?
Oh, that's right! Tommy was so... Oh god, yeah, you guys are right. Okay, I was thinking like, there's no way they're gonna be able to describe it to you in a way, and I understand. Tommy was so... Raid Shadow Legends. Absolutely, Mike. Absolutely. God, it's so annoying. Why did you not mention that beforehand? No, but I did. It's bullshit. What didn't I mention? That you're a member of the very big circus. No, it's just that, you know, I'm not. I can't call myself a member yet. I'm just a new recruit. Regardless, that still makes you a member. So why didn't you tell us that before? If I had told you I was part of the circus, it would have made me look suspicious, right? But this is the problem. We can still find out, and now it just looks worse. Since I also knew Knightley and all that, I didn't think anyone would believe what I had to say. Not even you guys, okay? Didn't we promise to believe in you? But, Mr. Edgeworth, you're just kind of scary.
Man, you're just terrible at getting info from people, aren't you, Miles?
It's none of your concern. Actually, it is very much his concern right now, in this capacity. Oh, he got better. I did not hit her, I did not. It's bullshit. Oh, hi, Mark. Yeah, I mean, it's counted the same as anybody else watching the ads. It would be bullshit if it did not. Everybody betray me. God, that's such a funny movie. Looks like we need to have a talk with him again. So, what'd you do in the circus, Simon? I guess you could say I'm a wild animal tamer. I'm still just an apprentice, though. Wow, that's incredible! So you command lions and tigers to do your bidding, right? Nuh-uh, nothing crazy like that. No way, 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 no way. Hold on. Question for people that don't live in the US, because I'm pretty sure I've never seen this in the US. His jacket. Normally there isn't a zipper if there's then one full pocket here, because it looks like it's a pocket that goes all the way across, as opposed to two separate pockets. So the zipper comes down to the pocket, and then that's it? Is that a thing? So I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want that. Yeah. I rock that. Yes, it makes me feel bad inside whenever they mention one of those characters. I feel bad for playing that case. But that's my point. Even if they're... So, I think my main point is that it's attached... It seems attached to the jacket. Like, you know, if you have a hoodie, there's no zipper, and then there's like the big middle pocket that you can put both your hands in. It could work as pockets and hand warmers. I'm just saying it doesn't look like there's a zipper down the middle of it, which means that the zipper can't go any further, right? I suppose it could go behind the hand warmer part, but then it still can't open like a jacket. The only reason that this came to mind is because I was looking at the jacket. I was like, I'd rock that. And then I saw the weird design, and I was like, oh, I'm not sure I can. Like, there is one of these to rock in existence. No, okay, Mike. That's one where you have to know his you have to go with his trail that he has. Don't touch me, motherfucker. Like he takes that R and he lingers on it for a little while. That's probably one of my favorite lines because it's just you just do not buy it at all. My partner is this little guy right here. And that makes you a wild animal tamer? It's a monkey, so yeah, kinda. Although he didn't tame that animal was tamed by a murderer. He's more like an organ grinder than a wild animal tamer. Why is he allowed to have them? Why, whenever we come back to Very Big Circus, something fucking stupid happens? Remember, he's not in the prison, so you can't even go with the because of the animals in the prison deal. He's in the detention center, which doesn't have that same deal. Hey, money, cut that out. He can be quite a handful sometimes. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of funny. I kind of like that. That was kind of cute. No. Just because I work with something doesn't mean I should have it with me. Anything related to that with me when I'm in prison. I am in prison. It does not matter what I did as work at that point because my freedoms have been taken away from me. Or in this case, detained because you're in jail. Something similar. No, he wouldn't have his monkey with him just because he worked at the circus. That's not how that works. Okay, I was gonna say, isn't there a guard like at the door? There's usually a guard at the door, but there isn't actually a guard at the door right now. So, sure, possibly he just snuck in. He's been waiting outside this whole time just to sneak in. I'm a bomb diffuser, so I want a bomb in my prison cell. You want the tools to defuse it? Nah. I don't need the tools. Just give me the bomb. yeah. I was an assassin. I require a gun in order to do my job. God, even though I'm in prison. Oh, the military. Yep. I mean, I work for the military. I need my weaponry. I thought organ grinders controlled their monkeys, not the other way around. Yesterday you told us you were just a regular employee, correct? Even if I'm a member of the circus, I'm still legally an employee. We're just like any regular company. The ringleader is the boss, and I'm just a grunt. I even have a supervisor. She's the head of the wild animal tamer division. Oh god, here we go. Take a huge drink every time a specific character that you recognize is referenced. The Regina. Are your monkey chats getting, lines getting blocked, Mike? Heat insulation. Yeah, I mean, that's what I would think. So Mike has this weird thing where every once in a while something very weird, they won't allow him to say some very interesting things. as though he's being racist with it, except that he's not, and it actually just makes YouTube look kind of racist for not letting him type in fried chicken. Although, to be fair, not to be fair, but although I should just say that that night there were several people that couldn't type fried chicken. It was very weird. No, I don't think we haven't had that problem since. This is like 2.5 years ago. It was very strange. But yeah, there were like several people that couldn't type fried chicken. It kept getting blocked. It was super weird. Kentucky Fried Chicken. Oh, man, them famous bowls, I tell you. I tell you what. I tell you what. All right, Mike, so apparently... Oh, so you can say it with a period, though. There you go. Just use it with a period. I don't think they're overpriced because I would prefer to not make them myself. Whereas you would because you enjoy cooking, which is great. I wish I could enjoy cooking. I do not. So for me, that extra overpricedness is just my convenience fee. Because, I mean, in theory, that's the same with anything. You'd say, oh, it's all overpriced, unless you make it yourself. It does have strange priorities. Oh, they are aplenty. That is for sure. Wonder what happens if you dip fried chicken into chocolate syrup. You would have fried chicken that has chocolate syrup on it. That is what would happen. But to be serious, fried chicken can go well with sweet stuff. I'm personally not a huge fan of chicken and waffles, but that's a thing that a lot of people like. It's not chocolate syrup, but it is syrup with fried chicken and waffles and butter. The only chicken and waffles I've ever had... Sorry, I don't want to sidetrack, but at the same time, at this point, I don't care. I told you guys, my week's been shitty and I'm fucking tired of it. Oh, it actually looks like I dropped some frames, so that could be part of the issue that we were experiencing. Oh, maybe that's why Firefox is being weird. It had to update. Okay, there's that. Tabs. Let's see if I can find it. I want to show you the only time I've ever had chicken and waffles. By the way, random question, but have any of you seen The White Lotus? The show on HBO? Come on, take me to my Vegas trip. That's right, I forgot about this. All right, I'll show you guys this too. This is an aside, but you guys might think this is really cool because it is game related. Ah, why can't I find it? So the only chicken and waffles I've ever had was a very decadent type of chicken and waffles. It was very, very well dressed. And it was good, but I was like, do I want something that's like this that isn't, you know? I was like, nah, not really. Not really. I don't know where that picture went. That makes me sad. I want to look at it again now. Oh, well, at the very least, I can show you guys this guy that I met at the bar once. I respect the fuck out of this guy. For all my Pokemon fans out there, you might recognize him as Bug Catcher something. But dude dressed up as a bug catcher and has a fucking Caterpie tattoo. What a boss. What a fucking boss this guy was. Because who plays Pokemon and is like, you know what was memorable to me? Those bug catchers from early in the game that I fucking wiped the floor with. No, man, he had a Pikachu with him. I didn't have shit with me. I didn't feel like getting electrocuted. She looked like she had some chops on her to do that. That's true. But he wasn't looking at me. Obviously, he was challenging the bartender there. That was his line of sight, was the fucking bartender. They're like... But yeah. Sorry, I couldn't find that other chicken and waffles picture, but that was pretty fun. Man, that was a good night. That was fun. We were talking to that guy for a while. He was, man, what a fucking boss. That's really funny, Light. Oh, here comes that ego Mike was referring to earlier. His triceps are okay. If you're into mediocre triceps, then I guess. Hey, Mike. That's me in a nutshell. That's me in a nutshell. I feel personally attacked by your condescension of that guy's triceps. It has some mass to him, but it's not really well defined. That's my whole body. No, I don't. That dude, like, I'm very comfortable with my arms and how they look in, like, an outfit like that. But my triceps are horrible because I never work them out. So I will tell you 100% that is not true, though I appreciate the vote of confidence. What's today? 27th? It's 28th now, right? Saturday. I need to get out the September schedule. Work on that this weekend. Yeah, I mean, I believe it. I believe your whole body is fairly, at least we'll say fairly defined. Because that's kind of relatively speaking, right? Like, some people have different opinions on what's well-defined. Like, I don't consider... I wouldn't think you'd have a bodybuilder's body. Like, shredded. But do I think you're ripped? Probably. Yo, what's up, Final? Exactly, Trooper. It's my legal triceps that I work out. Yes. And I do find those to be very strong. And yes. I mean eyes. Hey man, nice eyes can take you a long way. And a good brain, obviously, you know. Wait, which link? No, you've told me this before. We've had this conversation. Did you say it was Twilight Princess link? Alright, later, Tara. Take it easy. No, I have been killing my gray matter. I actually don't know if that's what alcohol does, but I know it does not work well with your brain. I even have a supervisor. Yeah, it's just this fucking Regina. That's what threw me off. Because I wanted to pretend like it. I knew I shouldn't. I should have just stopped it right there. I should not have progressed. No, if I have to deal with this, you guys have to deal with it too. No matter what kind of fierce creature, they all immediately follow. Tommy, your voice. No matter what kind of fierce creature, they all immediately follow her every command. She might even be capable. Wait. She might even be able to get a handle on Miles here. I am not a wild animal. Did you and your supervisor take part in the animal show here at the prison? Yeah, it was just us two. It was only a small operation this time around. Basically, my supervisor takes center stage and I take care of all the dirty work. Well, I did have a tiny part in the performance. Oh, he pulled it, so then he went like this, and then he's like this. Oh, that's cute. That's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. I admit when things are cute. I just accept it. That's cute. That's a cute little interaction. There are only 2 members of the circus that are related to this case. Hopefully only one, and we can forget the other one exists. So, can you tell me about your movements around the prison? Okay, I went to meet Knightley 2 days ago around noon. And that's when you gave him the chessboard? That's right. And then that night, I started setting up the stage in the courtyard. It was pretty tough going back and forth, moving all the crates by myself. Of course, Regina didn't fucking help. I left everything in workroom A, I think. Just temporary storage. Workroom A? That's where the body was discovered. Didn't your supervisor help you at all? No way. I can't let her do anything like that. That's my job. After I got everything ready, we started rehearsing. When we left, it was almost midnight. The show was set to start at 8 a.m. the next day and go on until 10 a.m. My opinion on Regina? Regina's actually one of the least bad characters, in that she's kind of dynamic in how she affects things despite her innocence, and she doesn't realize what she's doing, and it makes it a really interesting dynamic. But other than that, I really hated her design. Oh god. The fucking hair made me want to become a curl. But no, to be completely honest, Regina's an okay character. Probably the best member of the circus. Trying to... There's Trillo and Ben. Mo. Acro's brother. Who am I forgetting? I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Or was that it? The ringmaster dies. That's it, isn't it? Max! Yeah. Our fucking client. Okay, so Max is the best character from the story. I actually do like Max. I've stated that Max is the best part of that case. I liked Max as a client. He was fun. He was a fun character. Regina would be the best of the rest. Yeah, that was the thing that didn't make sense about her. Why was everybody so, like, wrapped up in her? First of all, she was, like, 16 or something, right? But she also attracted everyone. And they wanted to marry her and shit. And that was weird. It was not only weird, it didn't make any damn sense. That was irritating. It was completely nonsensical. And so the conflict between Trillo and, well, Ben, I bet Ben would say it was Trillo, and Max didn't really have any substance to it because it never made any fucking sense in the first place. You're talking about a 16-year-old girl who's like, probably has the mind of like a 10-year-old. I am too, because that was weird. Oh, I don't like Acro. Acro's a fucking asshole and is a very shallow antagonist. I didn't find him interesting in the slightest. Like he was a bad villain. Well, I wouldn't get it either, Mike, but at least, like, you know that there's a difference in the US in how you are portraying a character if they're 16 and they're 18. We know that there's a big difference. Look at Game of Thrones. They didn't even age them all the way up to 18 necessarily, but they aged them up from where they were in the books, and that was enough to make people go, oh, okay, I get it, based on the times and, you know, whatever. Because Daenerys is like, what, 13 at the beginning of the first book? And I think she's 17? Is she 18? I can't remember if it was 4 or 5 years that they aged everybody up. Has her flower bloomed? Yeah? Okay. You still shouldn't fuck her. That was Sansa's issue. And she was still aged up. Just think how fucking weird that is in the books. Well, dude put his head into a lion's mouth. I don't care how sure you are that you're not gonna get your head bitten off. You don't do that. That was stupid. Exactly, her brain has not bloomed. To me, that is her flower. It is until that flower blooms that I would even, you know, begin to think that it might be okay for them to start making those decisions on their own. Unfortunately for some people, their flower doesn't bloom until like 30. The brain flower. Yeah, that's still a villain, Ventus. Doesn't matter if he's grieving. Do you know how many villains in stories there have been that have just been grieving people? That is not what changes somebody from a villain to not a villain, is whether they're grieving. I know mine didn't, TBH. To be completely honest. In a film, novel, or play, a character whose evil actions or motives are important to the plot. That is what a villain is. Murdering an innocent person is an evil action. You even had the motive to murder somebody. Don't give a shit if he was grieving or not. Innocent people. Innocent people. Well, by the definition of villain, he's a villain. No, I'm not playing 14. I will never do anything else in my life if I start playing Final Fantasy 14, so go for it. There wasn't a right person to kill there. Even with what happened, he shouldn't have tried to kill Max either. He shouldn't have, like, it's his brother's own fucking fault that that happened. His brother had free will and made a stupid decision. Right, tried to kill Regina as Max, right? It didn't matter which person he killed. It was wrong either way. Neither of them were responsible for what happened. Bat was a moron. But yeah, I mean, you had the intent. That's what I mean in terms of there was an evil motive. Murdering an innocent person there, I would say, is an evil motive. That's why, even if they accidentally killed the wrong person, that's what still makes him a villain. But yes, there is a difference between antagonist and villain. An antagonist doesn't have to be evil. They're just your opposite. The primary opposite force. Yes, Mike, I would say so. Good lord, dude! I would have never even thought of doing that. Exactly, I agree, Inquisitor. The only one who went in and out of where the body was found is Mr. Keys. Then the body was found just before the show ended. Do you happen to know why you were arrested?
It's weird how it happened so fast. I don't think that the pest guy would just have you arrested on a whim.
I wouldn't put it past him, though. Well, maybe it's because of that. When I was moving the crates, I decided to go check up on him. You know, nightly. You went directly into the detention block? Did you have permission? No, I had to sneak in. It wasn't a formal visit or anything. Don't do that. Don't do what he did. Didn't you already see him 2 days ago? Why would you go and do such a thing? Well, we're the only friends either of us has had since childhood. He was the same as me. Well, I wonder why Knightley didn't get more friends. Couldn't have been because he was an asshole or anything. We never had real families. I just wanted to talk with him for a bit, so I went to see him. You didn't have a family? When I was younger, I lost the only family I had, my father. So is that it? I know all too well how it feels to lose your father at a young age. So you're the same as Mr. Edgeworth and me. So it was just the two of you talking at that time? Yes. All the other cells were empty, and there weren't any guards nearby either.
But then you got found out, and that's why they suspected you.
What? Did I do something really bad?
Something must have happened while Mr. Keyes and Knightley were alone. That's probably the best logic.
That's true, but what do you think is more likely? That he drove people away because of his attitude? Or that he created an attitude just because people didn't come around him for what reason? People don't generally just avoid somebody just because. There's normally a reason. And a lot of times it's because they're an asshole. They just don't realize they're an asshole.
It seems that we'll need to talk with your supervisor as well.
She should be here today too, probably in the courtyard. Oh, I'm sorry it turned out like this, boss. Simon, if there's anything we can do to help, just tell us. What? But I can't do anything in return.
Now, to be fair, to your point, that can happen. In that people can be shunned like that for stuff that they can't control. And that will create that could create an asshole. Because of, you know, class, race, sexual orientation. You know, at that point, if they feel like they're shunned all their life just because of something they can't control, then yeah, they definitely could become an asshole because of that. I'm just saying it in general, in most cases. Because those things aren't inbred, they're taught. So, generally speaking, not all kids are going to treat others that way. Unless all of their parents taught them that that's how they should be treating them. Alright. I've mentioned this before, but I basically block out my middle school life. It was horrible. I still have problems coming to terms with it. I'm 35 now. Part of that was my own doing, though. Like, I didn't have to make the choices that I made. Like, I've mentioned a lot of times that I did stuff that was pretty awful because I was just trying to fit in. I didn't have to do that. And fit in with what? A bunch of people that acted like assholes anyways? Like, there were other people I could have hung out with. Probably, Mike. Probably. I worry about that when I become a father. How much am I gonna do that? I don't know. I mostly agree, Sarah, but there are some people that are predisposed to deal more in negative thoughts, especially when you have you're a part of a family that has a lineage full of depression and like aggressive bipolar disorder, something like anything that's seen like combined with like negative thoughts, and that is more likely to produce an asshole. But it doesn't mean it has to. This is just a slight distinction.
talk to a professional. That's how I handle my thoughts. Like I said, through interacting with a professional, I learned how, when my thoughts get a little bit out of control, what the best way to deal with them is. Like when I have manic thoughts and my emotions are all over the fucking place from minute to minute, focus on work, because I'm focusing on a singular goal, and that really helps my thoughts come together. In addition to medication, but medication is going to work for anybody, but those other methods might. Yeah, I mean, that's just people that are born with disorders and diseases that they can't, you know, that's just the way they are, unfortunately. Don't you worry about that, we're your allies. That's because we're like birds of a feather, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Birds of a feather, huh? I suppose that's true. We have sufficient information about your past. I doubt you had a motive to kill Knightley. Rather, you are probably the most affected by his death. And I doubt someone as timid as you could work up the courage to murder someone. Alright, I'll get you out of here. We'll believe in you.
Well, what do we have here? Starting to get a hang of the whole defense attorney gig? You sound a bit like your old man just now.
Me. Sound like my father?
You would say the defense attorney's job is to be an ally to the deserted. If you're going to ride that stallion into the sunrise, wait for me. I wanted to.
Mr. Shields, I think you mean sunset.
Yeah, of course. It was just a joke. Want some candy?
What kind of fucking non sequitur?
Yeah, it's just a joke. Hey, want some here, food, take it.
No, thank you. I don't like sweets. And that's gonna be an interesting plot point somehow.
Oh, really? What a shame.
What's wrong with the sunrise? The legendary Yatagarasu is all about the sun, since the sunlight always exposes the truth.
Good grief.
For now, let's just head to the prison courtyard and see what we can find there.
It doesn't expose any truth that, like, those specific types of light have to be used to expose all the blood and semen stains in your hotel room.
That's black lighting.
Yeah, Ray's cool.
Well, yeah, because I mean, evil is... Evil's something that we've constructed, right? It's not something that simply exists. It's what we determine to be evil. So nobody can be born that way. That, and like Mike said, they can get it treated as long as it gets addressed. Doesn't mean the treatment's gonna work for everyone, but there's a chance. Which means that they don't come into the world being like, oh, well, I'm fucked. Might as well fuck you all too.
Alright, later, Inquisitor.
In that case, sociopaths are a little closer to what you consider evil than psychopaths, because they generally have very rational thought in their head, at least what they consider to be rational thought. But again, it happens because of that happens because of a chemical imbalance too. It's just their symptoms are different. But yeah, people can be evil if they're knowingly doing things to hurt others just for their own personal gain. I would say that's evil. And a lot of people do that and know exactly what they're doing. That's only the tip of the iceberg of what Sarah has put onto food.
Ah, the shutter is open.
Yes, it looks like that way leads to the courtyard.
So what are you waiting for? Come on, let's get a move on.
Oh, she dipped. She's certainly in high spirits. Right. Which, like, if you look at it on the surface, that can seem like it's pure evil. But again, the reason they lack empathy is because they have their own inherent imbalances in their brain that causes that to happen. It's not something they choose. They don't choose to say, I'm just not going to have empathy. Salt on cheesecake can be fine. You could have like a sea salt and caramel cheesecake. That can taste very good. Salt is fine. You just don't want something savory on a cheesecake. That would taste disgusting. Like, let me top this cheesecake with some Worcester sauce. Ugh, that'd be terrible. You were more a brat than evil, Maxim. God, you're a dick. Yeah, sweet and salty can definitely be a thing if you get, as long as you get the right. You don't want a ton of salt, but salt can make it better. I do not like pork chop cheesecake, Mike. No, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. So this is the courtyard. Just before the body was discovered, the animal show was held here.
Looks just like a carnival. Man, I bet it was a lot of fun.
Okay. The prisoners were gathered here when the body was found. That means whoever saw the show has an alibi. Hey! We should start by checking the area for...
Eek!
Okay.
Cut it out, you! Help me, Mr. Edgeworth!
You there, stop right this instant. Yeah, he doesn't respond to finger points.
Oh, someone, anyone help!
Down, a stick down.
Who are... Looks like you found a new playmate. Good for you, Astik. It wasn't playing around, it was about to eat me. Huh? No way, that's impossible. This child doesn't bite often.
Often, huh?
People normally never get to play with an elephant up close.
This fucking music is just terrible. This is evil. Putting 2-3 in this game was evil. Mesh as well as beef and chocolate. That was a really interesting game in that, like, one half of that game was actually really fucking good. And then the other half was like... She does look younger. I'd agree with that. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the side profile does that. I hate you. Good job. Yeah, right?
People normally never get to play with an elephant up close. Isn't it wonderful? No, it's not. It's wonderful, right?
Like, her eyes are fuller, I feel, which makes her seem younger.
It was simply marvelous, little lady.
Mr. Shields, do not hug her! FBI. The FBI's around.
Really? Oh, that makes me so happy.
Don't do it! So how about... I'm gonna rip my fucking hair out. They did it to display dominance. No, this isn't 2 years after Justice for All, is it? I thought it was less than 2 years. Yeah, yeah, it's only been about a year. What's wrong with the hug? It's just a friendly one. No, it's not, Sarah. Like, you gotta use your head here. We have seen Ray's whole thing. Ray doesn't do it as just a, oh, let's just friendly hug. No, he only does it to girls. What? Actually, is that true? Actually, I don't remember. But if that is true, then it's implied to be of a romantic nature. We can use our minds to figure that out. Did he offer that prisoner a hug? He did. Okay. That's disregard what I said then. It's just very overly affectionate and can be taken the wrong way. That's also why you don't do it at his age, Sarah. No, I'm fine. Thank you. But thank you. But I appreciate your concern. I do need more hugs in general, just not from... I'll hug my dog, which will make me sneeze a bunch. I'm fucking allergic. You know what you did. Oh God, Mike, you're an asshole. Group hugs are fine, because everybody's getting involved then, right? No, it should work now. I don't think it worked. It didn't work before because I didn't have chatbot up. I don't hug people I don't know. If that's part of the culture, then hey, whatever. That's fine. That's not my thing, though. Yeah, Ventus, you have to remove the S. It's working. Yeah, you guys can hug class rep. She's my proxy for that. He's nice. I just don't hug people I don't know. I don't hug a lot of people I do know. Maybe that's a problem. Maybe that contributes to my issues. Handshakes are our common introduction here, regardless of gender. See, Mike knows what I mean. So how about the hug? As thanks. Hey, watch where you swing that thing. Weren't you taught not to hit people with your trunk? Ha ha ha! It looks like Astique is friends with everyone. I am an assistant to the regional manager of the defense attorney, Ray Shields. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I haven't introduced myself yet. I fucking know who you are. I'm Regina Berry. Nice to meet ya. I'm the Great Thief and Defense Attorney's assistants to the regional manager's assistants to the Kay Faraday. That's a rather complicated job title. And the one playing with Mr. Elephant is the defense attorney, Mr. Ray Shields. It's not that I like hugs. I'm just particular about who I give them to. My wife and I hug many times a day, just because.
You got to know the people that you're around too. Like most of the people I know, they're also not like big on hugs unless it's with the person they are romantically involved with. Just the way it is. So I'm not gonna hug them, and you know that they're not going to appreciate that, right? No. We had a hug about dyslexia. We had a conversation about the hug meta. We can have another conversation about the hug meta if you guys want. Again, what are we talking here? Both arms? Shake with one hand, bring around for the other. Just one arm, one tap, and you're done. Both arms, a few taps. Everyone's hug meta is a little different. Mine's a quick one. This is with my wife. That's just until she doesn't want to hug anymore. We had a hug about the conversation. Exactly. Have we talked about their benefits enough for you to realize that it's a serious matter? I mean, that's good, Sarah. I agree. That would be a good thing. Problem is there's too many fucking creeps in the world. Bro tier. Yeah. I mean, like, because there's the handshake, and then one thing we do, clasp hands like this and come in and one hit to the back and we're done. Bring the arm around, like a mild boot, like a mild thump. Boom, we're done. That was the standard hug for really good friends in my high school and college days. What, our chat or your area? Well, no, you definitely have creeps. It's just that if something is more normalized in a society, it'll seem less weird. That doesn't mean they're not getting their rocks off from it. You just don't worry about it because it seems normal. Here, it wouldn't be as normal. Everywhere is creeps because there are human beings out there that simply suck. Now, it's because they're dealing with mental issues they are not taking care of that really suck. But that in and of itself makes them a shitty person. If you have a problem, go fucking take care of it. Otherwise, somebody else could get hurt. I consider you shitty if you don't go take care of your problem, or at least try to fix it. Cut, my glasses is in, huh? I kissed my wife once before going to school. When I was in law school, it's still pretty early. I kissed her and she was like, I had something similar. She was just like, she's like, Twain, what? And I'm sitting there like, she responded to my kiss? Like, I was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, Why would you go get olives if you're not even gonna eat them? I just turned and walked out the door because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're dreaming about, but I don't want any part of that. I know what a black sheep is. Black sheep phenomenon in more detail though? No. I don't get olives because I'm not going to eat them. That's exactly why I don't get the olives. It's not Mr. Elephant. It's Mystique, the fantastic Asian elephant. You're incredible, Regina. You made Mystique stop right away. Is it like all of Asia? Those elephants are all across Asia? Or is it a specific type region of Asia, but you're just saying Asia because you're lazy? Probably that last one. Well, I'm a wild animal tamer after all. Really? Then you must be Simon's supervisor.
Yep, I'm the head of the Very Big Circus. Wait, I'm the head of the Very Big Circus Wild Animal Tamer Division. The one and only Regina Berry. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Ace Attorney Ray Shields.
Who fucking introduces themselves as an ace attorney? I took one of my girlfriends as in like one of my past girlfriends. I get what he means, but I also get why it was interpreted differently. But hey, if he's poly and they're all poly, then it doesn't really matter. That's up to them. Then he could have many girlfriends and boyfriends. Then, you know. I know some polys, and I'm like, hey, as long as you guys are all right with that, you know, whatever. Not my thing, but it doesn't hurt me that you guys are doing your thing, so cool, whatever. I always get, whenever it's a friend, I do get worried that something bad's gonna happen eventually, but that's just because I don't trust human beings, and envy always gets the better. Almost always gets the better of humans, ultimately. And will fuck a situation up. And sometimes I've been right, and other times I've been wrong. It's just something I worry about. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. As long as everyone knows about it, it's fine. Now, when you're doing things behind somebody's back, then yes, that's a problem. But I think you're making it clear that this is a relationship that everyone knows about. Core group or society outs a person who goes against the... So right, like the black sheep, if you'd say like that person's the black sheep of the family, it's because they're different. They just don't fall within the norm of the rest of the family. And so the phenomenon, if I'm understanding with what you're saying, is just the concept of calling someone out for that, for being outside the norm. Well, okay, yeah. When I say everyone, I mean everyone involved. You don't have to tell the whole fucking world. Well, see, I mean, that's true love. Were you able to interpret that? You just know this. It's like, I get you, honey. See, when my wife dropped the olive line, we'd only been together for about a year. So I wasn't that... If she said that now, I might have a better idea of what the fuck she's talking about. Probably not, because again, I don't like olives, and I would never buy olives. But still, might have a better idea. I mean, they're safe depending on the people that you're with. That's like any relationship. You can't say that, oh, it's safe to do X thing at any time. What matters are the people involved, not the practice itself. But I will say that, again, my personal, like, hesitation with it when, like, a friend tells me that that's what they're doing is that I worry that it's going to end disastrously because I don't trust people to not get super fucking jealous. That's just my thing, though. It's not that the practice itself is a problem, but I just expect something to go down because people get fucking jealous because human beings suck. I mean, that's up to you. That's entirely up to you, Sarah. Yep, trust is the backbone of everything. And so I trust, and so
Because I trust very little, I have those issues. Wideness. She'd be an excellent attorney. Looks like he's the one she has a handle on. Yeah, she's perfect. What are you mumbling about, Kay? Look at her! She's energetic, fun-loving, and healthy! She could be the new member of the Yatagarasu. She'd be perfect as a great thief. A great thief? That sounds like fun. We could make a huge ruckus at the animals. Ah, you can't make a ruckus! Great thief is supposed to be quiet and sneaky-like. But this show needs to have flash. Being quiet is kind of boring. Ah, I guess she's not very thief-like after all. Common sense should have told you that. Seems there has been a breakdown in negotiations. That's funny. Alright, let's get started, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's check out anything that looks suspicious. We'll even look through the barbed wire if we have to. Yes, we need to gather more information about the case. We should also try talking with anyone connected to the case. Oh, doesn't normally say... Oh, right. Yeah, okay. Alright, we are done for the day. I have to go prepared for tomorrow. No stream tomorrow, because I will be doing stuff all fucking day and night. So I know we haven't got much done, but again, I don't care. It's just one of those weeks. I was actually very disappointed in stream on Wednesday because I had had perfect attendance on YouTube throughout the entire month, and that is rare. Normally shit comes up and I have to cancel streams, but I had perfect attendance up until Wednesday. Thank you, Zod, because it is still all over the place. But yeah, we'll be back with Danganronpa on Monday. That is... What? Why is that there? I think Danganronpa on Monday. Maybe I'll stream something on Sunday if I feel like it. Hoping to get a lot more done. I would really, really like to get done with the Justice for All stuff very soon. I think it's only going to be one more video. God, that'll just feel like a weight off my shoulders, and then I can get to Trials and Tribulations, which I have had help with for some of the later cases, which is nice. It's going to make the process faster. Not yet. I'll do it this weekend, though, and I'll post it. So be on the lookout for the September schedule. Just pick your battles. I mean, if I had to have one, it'd be green. But I still don't buy them. I don't know what she was accusing me of. Seems like there's some underlying issues there. I mean, internet hugs or whatever. I just mean like in actual, in person. Yeah, that's why I set up the command. I don't care about internet hugs. But yeah, thanks for everybody. I can't talk. Thanks everybody for joining. I appreciate you guys. And we'll be getting back to this probably next Friday, and we'll have a longer stream. I promise, we'll have a longer stream. I'll have gotten some shit worked out by then. So maybe I'll go an extra hour next week to make up for the loss of an hour this week. And as soon as we get done with V3, then I'll be able to concentrate on this.
We can do this 2 or 3 times a week instead of just once. Sound good? Alrighty. Lavender candles. I like the smell of lavender a lot. Problem is it's not that I'm not sleeping enough, it's that I'm sleeping too much. So I need something that helps me wake up, which I tried yesterday or last night into today. One thing that works really well is drinking a shit ton of water before you go to bed, because you will wake up and be like, I really have to pee. So try that. If you really don't want to oversleep for something, drink a bunch of water beforehand. Your body will be like, time to wake your ass up, because this is coming out one way or the other. Yeah, you guys have a good one. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Stream is adjourned.
Hello, welcome back, students of gaming. KY is on the sticks. He forgot how to open up a shrine.
I did. Wow, if I could approach the pedestal, there we go.
Come here, son. Can you help me open up my phone? I need to find a QVC
I don't
code.
know what a PDF is.
That's damn
QVC
funny.
code.
I don't know what a PDF is.
To those who set foot in the shrine, I am Tina Koza.
Did you guys see how that guy was moving?
Huh? My bag got stolen a while ago.
That's nice.
That is not nice.
My bag was just stolen. Nope. I see.
What the fuck? Just said, I see. Nope. And that's the end of that interaction.
Maybe we should have enough, huh? Maybe
For
not.
2 nights, maybe.
Not
Yeah, I
even 2
think you're
nights,
right.
just under 2 nights.
Shit.
Shit.
No, you got 90
You
bucks,
got like
right?
$75 or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's $38 a night.
Oh, it's 30. Yeah, that was 35. Damn. All right.
That's what Tone said.
Never
Tone
mind.
was wrong.
Yeah, that's the Joy special.
That's a big ass thermos, dude. Look at that thing.
That's
Dude,
the
you
best.
know, you have like 4 pots of coffee in that bitch.
What the- I don't
can't,
know how you're gonna. You think you can land on those posts? Do we have to build something?
Oh no.
You're dying.
Oh, shit.
No!
Well,
What is that? Two for you, KY?
yeah, you still have more than me though. Fuckface.
Wait, it's very early in this episode.
You know, the more people that are in a group, the less I like tapas.
It sounds like it makes it very complicated.
I like it with 2 to 4 people. It's
Oh, there
it's
it is.
amazing.
Dancing Dragon Building. Fucking sweet, dude.
I should talk to somebody so they can be like, I'm a tourist. Don't ask me. Hey, I'm gonna talk to her.
Excuse me.
Me?
I want to go to the Dancing Dragon building.
The Dancing Dragon building? It's on my way. Would you like to come with me?
Oh no.
Thank you very much.
But I mean, oh god. Well,
You're right in front of
she
it.
is- yeah,
Even
we're
though she
literally
just
right
turned
there.
around and went the other direction.
You're here.
Dude,
wow, that was very nice. She was super helpful.
no,
though.
I think she was being fucking snarky. I'll see you the way. It's on my way. Here it is, motherfucker.